What if I can sell one of my rental property and level up with multiple doors and build generational wealth without paying any taxes right now? That's exactly what I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do today. I am standing in front of one of my rental properties. The tenant just moved out recently and we just got it all touched up, painted, make it look good, and we just got it all staged because we're gonna put it up for sale. And then I'm gonna do a 1031 exchange and I'm gonna exchange this to actually a better property. I'm gonna get more door and more cash flow so I can have more appreciation and build bigger generational wealth. This is the strategy right now that I'm teaching a lot of my Springboard students actually how to do. There's some students now that basically they don't own any real estate. So I'm teaching how to buy the right property, rent it out. And eventually I'm gonna teach you how to scale it by actually 1031 to get better doors, right? More door and more better property. Now, some of my students right now, they already have property, a lot of single family. So what I'm doing right now is teaching them how to actually take the single family and actually 1031 it so they can get into duplex, triplex, fourplex, 10plex so they can get more cash flow and create bigger net worth because these properties are gonna appreciate much faster than just one door. Now, if you're already an investor or you're not an investor, you're gonna learn a lot from this video because I'm gonna break it all down for you. All right, so let me give you the backstory. In late 2017, 2018, I bought this property here. It was a cosmetic fixer. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I paid $450,000 for this property. And it has a basement also. But the first thing I did was this. Let me show you, come here. The first thing I did was I actually cut off the backyard. We built 2 brand new townhouses in the back. So you see now, there's 1 and 2. So we cut off the lot in half. We built 2 townhouses. Now, what I did was, since I bought this for $450,000, I had to allocate, right, how much do I want the land to be in the back? So what I did was I allocated $300,000 for the house and it's $75,000, which is $150, right, for each lot in the back. Okay. Now, after I got it all built out, we sold it, right, in like 2020, and we made like $70,000 each in profit in each one of these properties. That's all sold off. All I have left is this house right here. That's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath that needs some work. So now I'm gonna show you what I did inside the property. On the outside, you see me paint the house, make it all look clean. But inside, I'm gonna show you what we did inside, and how much I paid for rent and everything at the time, and then what I'm doing to the property next. So let's go inside. Okay, so now those 2 townhouses are sold. Now I have this house only. So what I did with this house, you guys, was I owe $300,000 basically back then on this property. So what I did was, these are the original floor. We didn't want to get rid of them, so we left it alone. We just cleaned them up. We repainted everything on the house. We put in all new kitchen, all new subway tiles, new sink, new appliances. These were the original bedroom. We left them alone. We just painted it, okay, both of these. And in here, we updated the bathroom, new tile backsplash, new sink, new toilet to make it look cute. So there's 2-bedroom, 1-bath. And then downstairs, let's go downstairs and we'll show what we did downstairs. All right, so downstairs, it was already finished out. And so all we did was basically we put in the kitchen downstairs. The bathroom was already here, so we just updated it by putting new tiles, new sink. We put new flooring down on this, and then we just painted it. So downstairs now is a 1-bedroom, living room, and a kitchen and a bathroom. When I did this back then, it cost me like basically about $50,000 to do all this work. It wasn't a lot. It was pretty much decent. It wasn't a major fixer, it was a minor fixer. So we make it look good and then we rented it. Now, we rented the top and the bottom to basically 2 different people, and we got a total of about $2,700 a month on rent. Wasn't a lot. I didn't want to sell it back then because at the time, the market was doing decent. I thought it would appreciate. And all of a sudden the market took a dive and the value started going down, and I didn't want to sell it to lose too much money. So I held it all the way till now, 2025. So now we just got the whole property staged and it's going up for sale for $650,000. I'm going to break it down exactly how much I'm going to get off this property when I sell it. So right now, we just put this on the market for $650,000. And after commission and closing costs, minus about $300,000 on this property. If you're curious why it's still $300,000, remember the first 5 years or 6 years or so, most of the payment you make is going towards interest. The principal doesn't move as much. Sell it for $650,000, minus commission closing, minus $300,000 with the loan. I'm gonna net about $300,000 net on this property. And the question now is, what am I actually gonna take this $300,000? What am I gonna actually do? Now this property, why I'm selling it, because it's in what I call a C neighborhood. It's okay, but you always hear me preach about buying rental property in like B area, C plus area, and I wanna get better cash flow. Because right now, I'm only renting this out for $2,700 to make about $150 a month in cash flow. It was more for me to actually, I made money in the back, but I wanted to actually take this money and then now roll it to make bigger investments. I'm gonna 1031. 1031 is a process where you take your rental property and you sell it, and then you roll that whole equity into another property, the same, how much you actually sold it for, $650, gotta be at least the same price or higher into another property, but you can defer the tax. You don't have to pay any of the gain that you made on this. So I'm gonna show you basically where I'm gonna take the $300,000 profit. I'm gonna show you exactly what type of profit I'm gonna be buying. Now, 1031, how it works. Once you close, you have 45 days to identify the property you wanna buy. Then you have up to 180 days to close on the deal. So let me show you what I'm gonna be buying. So let me show you basically what type of property I buy in Seattle. I have 3 niche. I buy single family where I can actually put ADUs in the backyard. Sometimes 1, sometimes 2, 3, 4 in the backyard. Then I also buy property what I call multifamily. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. And then I also buy apartment buildings. So what happened is that right now, what I'm doing, I have a lot of single family property. And now I think it's time right now where I'm gonna actually start to 1031 these single family into multifamily and apartment building, or single family with multiple units in the back. Now, some of my single family I already own, I'm gonna build the ADU out first. The one that doesn't have the ADU potential in the back, then those are the one I 1031 to basically better property. So the one you guys just saw, I already built out the 2 townhouses in the back. That property I call already maxed out. So now I wanna take that property and I wanna actually trade it for bigger and better property. Bigger as in, more units, or bigger or better as in more cash flow and more appreciation because I have more door. So here is the first type of property I buy, okay? This is what I'm looking for. So as I sold the property, remember, I got 45 days after I closed it to find me the right property, and I got 180 to close. So here's one type of property I bought. I already own this when I bought this recently. This is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It was a cosmetic fixer. I fixed all this up. I get something like this for $600,000 again. This is the type I buy. So I remodel it, and then I actually keep it as rental. But I won't sell this yet, because here's why. Let me show you, come this way. Because before I sell it, I wanna maximize my potential. You see this big lot? There's an alley right there. You see the neighbor? They have a property up on top. So right now we're getting plans and permit for 2 ADU, okay, for here. So we're gonna actually build these out. When I'm done, you guys, this house right now is worth like 700,000. Each of the ADU in this area, this is what I call a B area now. This is a better area. Each of these ADU right here is gonna be worth like $700,000 each. So they're gonna be brand new. You think about this, okay? I sell one property that's worth 650,000, and I take that and I trade it for something like this. 700,000, 700,000, 700,000. That is basically 2.1 million with the real estate. Same 300,000. I'm gonna go find me a property just like this. Now I go from 650 with the value of real estate to 2.1 million with the value of real estate. In Seattle, it doubled every 7 to 10 years. So let's say every 10 year double. 650,000 when it double, it go to like 1.3. 2.1 million when it double, it go to 4.2 million. So you see how fast my net worth grows. Now remember, that other house I rent for 2,700. This house, $3 grand. Brand new unit, 3,500, 3,500. That's $10,000 with the gross rent. A $2,700 gross rent, you got $10,000 with the gross rent. So you see why it's time to trade that single family that's maxed out into something like this. And this is the type of property that I actually buy a lot. So right now I'm manifesting to buy something like this or bigger multi-unit. So here's the other type of property that I invest in. I call these multi-units right here. There's 8 brand new townhouses. This is another type of property where if I find me a piece of land, this cost me $1 million for this piece of land, we'll build 8 townhouses on there. Now, this property here, each one of these townhouses around 1,500 square feet, I can sell these for $850,000 to $900,000. And right now we rent these for $3,800 to $4,000. So let's just say $850,000 times 8, that's $6.8 million with the real estate value. Let's say it's $3,800 per rent. Times 8, that's $30,400 a month in gross rent. So if you think about it, I got $650,000 in the single family with $300,000 with the equity, with $2,700 a month in rent. I can take that $300,000, I can put down on $1 million piece of land in Seattle. Then the bank will finance the property for me. I just come out of pocket, basically extra money to do the plans and permits. After I get done, the bank will give me construction money and I can build this out. So one house turned into 8 property. I can do that here also. One house was $650, $6.8 million in value now. $2,700 a month turned into $30,000 a month. This is what I'm doing to a lot of my portfolio right now. I'm trading single family into houses with ADU play or multifamily. Later on, these, as they grow in value, the next phase is that I'm gonna sell these and I'll 1031 them into lots where I can build 50, 100 unit apartment building or buy an apartment building that's tired, right? 50, 100 unit and then 1031 these into bigger apartments. I already own a lot of apartment building. But right now I'm trading single family to multi-unit into big apartment building. And this is what I'm teaching a lot of my students how to do. This is how you scale real estate. Depending on where you are on the journey. Are you a beginner? Buy some single family. Later on, just know you can trade those single family into multifamily. The multifamily, you trade it into a big apartment building. And this is what I teach all my Springboard students how to do. How to buy real estate, how to scale it, and have massive wealth down the road, and have cash flow. And later on, you guys, you can leave this for your kids so you can create generational wealth for life. All right, that's a wrap. If you all now see what I've done, this is how I'm growing my real estate portfolio. Single family, house ADU, multifamily, apartment building. This is what I teach all my students how to do, how to invest in real estate. If you want to learn more about real estate investing, how to actually buy one property and turn them into multi-unit using 1031, like this kind of topic. But until then, you guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.